Hello YouTube, it is October 2nd, 2019, and you are reading the title of this video correctly. I want to actually do an interesting twist to the Super Bowl. Now, we have discussed yesterday Shakira, da 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 da. We discussed Shakira and we discussed Miss Daenerys, honey, Miss Darngon J-Lo headlining the 2020 Super Bowl as the first Latinas. They are the first Latina women to headline the Super Bowl ever, because I don't think there's ever been a Latina that's done the Super Bowl that are women. These are the first two to co-headline a Super Bowl, which is why I think they should extend it to a half hour. But one thing I got to thinking about is while we also highlighting first and bringing in, you know, newness to the Super Bowl, a different twist. Jay-Z, come on here. I want to put a bud in you, honey. Since you supposed to be down there on your black empowerment, I got an idea for you. How come we don't ever have gospel singers do the Super Bowl? And before we think of no, I can understand why at first, because when we think of gospel, we tend to think of, I got the devil underneath my feet. I'm gonna take him up down, Lord. Like we get to thinking of those songs and all of that. But we actually got some hip hop, gospel artists out. We actually have some that actually are a little bit more upbeat and uplifting, like Tamla Man and all of them that I think is universal enough that can, do a Super Bowl. But then I said, who would be the ultimate, well known, most diverse gospel artist that can actually fulfill a Super Bowl and can cater to all the audiences without it being too churchy? At first, I thought about maybe Fantasia Barrino, but then I said, no, I don't quite think Fantasia too tough. A slight maybe. Like we might can do Fantasia, maybe. But I said no, we had to go even bigger than that. Because I said, who can I think that's so well rounded that got massive hits that's just going to cater to everybody? And even when I think of Fantasia, I don't think of Fantasia that has really can get everybody. So I thought of these two right here. None other than Michelle Williams from Destiny's Child, and we got none other than Mary Mary. So this is why I think, Jay-Z, if you listen, I hope somebody forwards this to you. This is why Mary Mary and Michelle should be the part of the Super Bowl. Hence why I named the video something along the lines of the 3M's, the 3M Gospel Girls for the Super Bowl. I'm going to name it something along those lines, and then I'm going to have their picture in here. Michelle Williams and Mary Mary have both been doing this since the early 2000s. They got a diverse audience, from Mary Mary doing hip hop gospel, where they can do the auto tune, but then they can give you actual real vocals in addition to a little bit of hip hop. Same thing with Michelle Williams. She's going to give you some darn on naughty music. She's going to give you the dance moves. She can give you a little bit of that Destiny's Child flavor, but still keep it sensual and sexy in the name of the Lord. If that makes sense. Like all three of these women have a special way of giving sex appeal and being able to praise the word of Jesus without it crossing the boundaries, without it being too explicit. They have that perfect blend of just getting everybody together. And as three black women, I would think that would be something to see at the Super Bowl. So we'll have the second time a group of women are co-headlining the Super Bowl, following, Shakira and J-Lo. But this time it's actually going to give the gospel community, they shine, because every time I see gospel artists, they always singing the Star Spangled Banner, or they might sing, Precious Lord instead of the national anthem for, the rising of the flag. But they don't never get their time at the Super Bowl. Everybody else can get their Super Bowl moment. Pop stars, country artists, R&B, pop. but gospel always gets overlooked. And then the irony is the game is on Sunday. But out of 50 years of the Super Bowl, I can't think of not one actual gospel artist that's done the Super Bowl. The closest I can think of is if Patti LaBelle or Aretha's done the Super Bowl. That's the closest we got in the gospel, and those are, R&B singers that are Christian. That's not the same as somebody who does undeniable gospel music. And before anybody think about Kanye West, no, Kanye and his darn cult following of the clans, they can have a seat. I'm not featuring Kanye down at the Super Bowl. And nor do I think Jay-Z either. I don't think they repaired that friendship, and I don't think they need to either, because, honey, Kanye's over there in the second place. I already knew the writing was on the wall, talking about he leaving secular music and all that. I said, you got darn on Kim Kardashian trying to warm up to darn on Trump, and now you got him trying to go from them darn on rags ain't selling, them $3,000 rags that he called clothes. Them darn on busted shoes for $5,000 ain't selling. Now he's trying to go to the old school way of ripping black folks off, praising it over in the name of Jesus. That's what they all do when their music ain't really popping no more, and then their clothes ain't selling. They all tend to finally make it down to the darn on Christian road. Not saying that nobody can't be delivered for people who are religious, but it's like there's a special place in hell, if there is one, for people that try to just go to the Christian route just to manipulate people to get the coins, because I don't see it for them when the Snoop Dogs and the Kanyes and all them just automatically go to the Christian route out the blue. I don't see it. But Mary, you was down at the Breakfast Club defending them. But that's neither here nor there, honey. I'm trying to get you on to an actual job, because I actually want to see an authentic Christian now near the darn on Super Bowl. So don't block your blessing. Go get it. Go get it. It's your time. Don't darn on block your blessing trying to darn on clap for darn on Kanye, honey. Let him do him and let you do you. I'm trying to put you and darn on Tina on. And even though I still feel a little bit salty about Miss Tina and her comments trying to darn on brown nose for Miss darn on buffalo knees, Miss Kim Burrell, we can agree to disagree on that. Because at the end of the day, I still find y'all music to be somewhat of a bop, honey. And in spite of Miss darn on Tina's attitude, now hopefully, Miss Teddy, honey, Teddy, I'm telling you, if you blow this opportunity, I'm going to really be mad with you now. Teddy, sit your ass down somewhere. Because I already know if this video somehow, we actually going to put it into existence that this video will go viral. When this video goes viral, Teddy, let darn on Tina out and do the Super Bowl. You can bring your ass down there too. Matter of fact, depending on the song list for Tina, we might allow you to go ahead and sing up there with her. But I don't want you darn on intimidated, because I that pissed me off the very last episode of Mary, and they was trying to finally get the group back together. Tina was on board. Erica was finally smiling again. Things looked right. They was going to finally fulfill their contract to Sony and put out the final album. Honey, there go Teddy fucking it up. And it's like, I don't think, you know what, let me go and jump up off that before they darn on really not do it now, because I got so much darn on comments on Teddy. See, this is why I don't do TV reviews, because, honey, I'm so ruthless that they will slide in my inbox for real. The few times that I darn on done television reviews, I've had too many of them slide in my DMs on the low. And it's like, well, damn, I ain't in darn on Lovely T. My video ain't got but 200-300 darn on views. I ain't know why y'all darn on slide in my inbox for, but you know what they say, hit dog will holler, honey. I guess the little bit of people who did see my videos, they were seeing that I was spilling some truth. But back to the darn on blessing, honey. We ain't even gonna harbor on the mess. Hopefully Teddy won't darn on taint this for us by darn on tainting darn on's Tina mind, honey. Hopefully Tina will be on board for the largest, because I can't see them denying the largest platform in television. I mean, the Super Bowl we mentioned has an average of over 100 million viewers. And even though y'all are not going to do no more Mary Mary music, this would be good to highlight y'all separate careers, because in the song list that I got for y'all, I got it where you going to do your solo song, Tina, and Erica's going to be doing hers. So let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off with Michelle. These are the 7 songs that I want Michelle to do. I got the first song is going to be Do You Know? That's going to be her first song. Her second song is going to be We Break the Dawn, which is a very upbeat song with an R&B flavor. The third song is going to be The Greatest, mid-tempo love ballad. Then the fourth song is going to be If We Had Your Eyes, which is going to bring in that Christian song, that Christian with an R&B mid-tempo flavor. And then we got Fire, which is sensual pop music with impressive visuals. So this is when Michelle is going to be on her Beyonce a little bit, and she's going to have the fire, fire. She's going to have the fire on the stage, and she's going to have all the impressive graphics. She's going to have Solange background dancers with the African garments and stuff going back and forth. That's what If We Had Your Eyes, no, not If We Had Your Eyes, but that's what Fire was giving me, honey. Fire was giving me some Solange-ish type vibes with the garments, with the purple and red garments. Cranes in the sky. That's what it was giving me, along with, Beyonce's Fire-ish tease. Then we got 6, Believe in Me. Gospel light song is Still Not Too Churchy. And then last but not least, we're going to have, we're going to actually circle back to number 7. So the first 6 songs are Do You Know, We Break the Dawn, The Greatest, If We Had Your Eyes, Fire, and Believe in Me, all by Michelle. That's going to be her set list right there. And like I said, Michelle is very well-rounded, because just with those 6 songs, it's going to showcase her, versatility in music. Her, nearly 3-octave range, her high notes, her low notes, the agility in her vocals. Because like I said, she's channeling gospel music. She got some pop music. She got R&B Christian mixed music. Like, she's giving you all of the diversity, honey. That's going to be good for all the demographics. So now, circling back to Mary Mary. Go get it. Go get it. Go get your blessing. There's a God in me. Hey, there's a God in me. Honey, that's where we're going to start it off with Mary Mary. We're going to start off with a numeral 1, God in me. Then we're going to have 2. Is going to be Shackles. Number 3 is Go Get It. Go get it. Go get your blessing. It's your time. We're going to get It's Your Time. Go Get It. Number 3. And this is in no particular order. Just like with my Shakira and J-Lo's playlist, this is not in particular order. So however they want to rearrange these songs, I just want these to be the songs, though. I think I went through all of their resume and compared both of their songs to each other, and I think these are the songs that will blend together the most. So once again, just like with Shakira and J-Lo, I did the same thing with them. Spent over 2 hours listening to their entire resume, and was comparing their songs to see which ones will bounce and mirror off each other the best. So after Go Get It, we got Yesterday. Yesterday, I cried my last tears. Yesterday. Yes, come on, Yesterday. And then Can't Give Up Now. But this one is going to be shortened into an interlude. And then I guess from there we're going to go In the Morning with Mary Mary. That's the 6th song. And then the reason why I gave them more songs is because they also got their solo careers. So they're going to have 1 song each from their solo albums. Once again, we got limited numbers. I would have gave them 2, but We got Michelle also in here, so we can't, dip into Michelle's time. So she got a full set list, and they got theirs. So number 7 is going to be Erica Campbell. I love God. You love God? You don't love God? What's wrong with you? We're going to have her do that one. I thought about the other one, but I said no. We still need a little bit of upbeat throughout. And her other song is just way too much. Like I feel like she should do the other song for like the NAACP awards, or down near the BET awards. But for the Super Bowl, we ain't gonna do her other lead song. So we're gonna do "I Love God," honey. And then that would be another way to what's old dude that just passed, LaShawn, I think his name was. That'll be a good way to also do a memorial of him and highlight him, because he done so much for many artists across the years. So it would be very befitting that they would have his image up doing that. That way people who were not aware of LaShawn, who has contributed to so many artists, not only the Marys, but he's also worked with the Braxtons, both Tamar and Tony, amongst other artists. I think also Lady Gaga as well, and some work for Beyonce. So it's about time, the largest platform he will be primitive to, even if he's no longer there physically. They can have his image up. That way people can go and research his history and, the music that he has helped, other artists, get to. Because if it wasn't for him, a lot of your artists wouldn't have some of their top hits. So that's one reason why I also chose Erica Campbell to do "I Love God." Um, Now going into Tina, I picked for her song "We Livin'." I feel that's the best one. She also has another song, but once again, I felt that it was a little bit too gospel-y, because once again we got to highlight, mixing it in with Michelle, and we also got to get enough of the audience that's not Christian to also get along with it. So I wanted to get all their dance songs mixed in with just enough of their ballads where it showcases their vocal ability, but not too much, gospel all the way throughout. So going back to number 7. Let me see now, which song is going to circle back to Michelle? I'm thinking. Okay, I guess we're gonna do Can't Give Up Now. This is how I want this to go. Can't Give Up Now with interlude into Michelle's 7th song. So in total, Mary Mary has 8 songs, one from Erica's solo album, one for Tina's album, and 6 together as the group. But when they do Can't Give Up Now, at the end of that, it's going to transition into Say Yes, which is Michelle's song featuring Beyonce and Kelly Rowland. And that's when they're going to pop out, just like they did at the 2013 Super Bowl, except Michelle is going to be in the lead, and it's going to be more gospel instead of, Destiny's Child R&B. So they're going to pop out of the poppers, and Michelle, Beyonce, and Kelly is going to be at the Super Bowl uh, singing Say Yes. I know y'all saying, well, wine, you always finding the way to bring the queen bee up in there. I keep telling y'all, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I know y'all saying, well, damn, you just darn gonna had her at the 2020 Super Bowl with Shakira. She darn gonna had the 2016 Super Bowl, the 2013 Super Bowl, the 2001 Super Bowl, the 2003 Super Bowl. She was in the numerous commercials. How many times we gonna do it? Once again, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So Vante do, honey, because Vante on was with Shakira. So Vante do is going to be with Michelle. It's very befitting, because it's like all of them have a history of, no matter how far in their solo career they go, they always bring up a song that's reminiscent of them back in the day. Kelly Rowland has done the same thing. Beyonce has done it numerous times, where she would bring some of the Destiny's Child mix into her performances. And I think Michelle can do it as well. She can showcase that she's a gospel artist, but that doesn't mean that she has to be stereotyped into being a nun. So it would be very befitting that she'll have Say Yes out there, with Kelly Rowland and Beyonce performing it live with her. And once again, I think that's among their most appropriate songs as well. And then they can do a little bit of their other numbers just for a quick minute. And then that's going to transition into the final song, which is going to be a collaborative song between Beyonce, Kelly, Michelle, and the two Marys. They're going to do a rendition of none other than Precious Lord. I know. I'm thinking like, how in the world is those five distinctive voices going to do it? I think they can do it because Michelle is going to give the lighter end along with Erica Campbell. Erica and Michelle are going to give like the lyric soprano vocals. Then you have Kelly Rowland bringing it in on the mid. Then you have Tina bringing it in on the upper with the bass. But then Beyonce brings it in a little bit higher with the vibrato and more of the agility. I feel Beyonce has more vocal agility, so she would give all the technical, riffs and runs versus Tina. She's going to give the powerhouse backing vocals to help complement Beyonce. Once again, then you have Kelly holding in it on that mid drip because she has a solid, more fuller southern voice than Beyonce. Like I feel like when she hits her lower notes, it has more of that R&B flavor than Beyonce's voice does. Even though at times they sound alike, but I feel there's something about Kelly's voice that gives more of that R&B flavor on the lower octave. So she's going to hold the mid range, and then the actual, light angelical voice notes is going to be Michelle and none other than Erica. And that's how you're going to close it out to a rendition of Precious Lord. You're going to add a few things to Precious Lord, not too much to distort it, but you're going to add your own special mix to harmonize all five of y'all voices to Precious Lord, and that's how y'all want to end out the Super Bowl. So that's how I would want the first Christian Super Bowl to happen. What are y'all thoughts on that? I know some of y'all looking at me like, Juan, that's still a risk. Would they even ever entertain a Christian Super Bowl? I think they can if they do Michelle Williams and Mary Mary. With this song list, I feel that it would be perfect because then you will have the Christian artists finally feeling comfortable to leave church early to actually support. Because if one thing is going to get them out the church, it's going to be for the potential of supporting Christian artists that's actually going to bring attention back to the church. So you got to think about it from a marketing perspective. I think this is the one time where the Super Bowl can maintain their core audiences because Mary Mary and Michelle have enough of that hip hop, R&B, pop, work with them where they can still maintain the core demographic of the Super Bowl. But they're also going to bring in the Christian demographic that tends to tune out because they typically don't like the artists that perform the quote unquote secular music. But I think they will make an exception for Michelle and Mary. And they will also break the stereotypes of Christian artists just being one trick ponies. The only thing they can do is, fall out and do the Holy Ghost, or they just going to do a rendition, just sing, I got the devil underneath my feet. Like they just going to do the same old songs that we hear every Sunday. So it'd be so many positivities for this to happen with Mary Mary and Michelle Williams. I know I might be pushing it. I might be pushing it, but if nobody ever makes these stuff up, how we expect for them to ever take it seriously? I think it's a good idea. I know y'all looking at me like I'm darn gone crazy. Maybe some of y'all think this is a good idea. Is it just me? How many of y'all think this is a good idea? I think it's a good idea. So, Michelle Williams, Mary Mary, y'all get on the phone. Well, preferably Michelle because Michelle already got the hookup by way of Kelly and B. So, Michelle, you contact Jay-Z. If Jay-Z get the green light, then you contact Mary Mary. And then all y'all get together. And Jay-Z is going to do the pitch. And this is and Jay-Z, this will also get you back in good with the black community because right now it ain't looking too hot for you. Cause even though I personally like Shakira and J Lo down for the Super Bowl for 2020, honey, a few of the black communities like, nah, bitch, you was on this Black Lives Matter. You was acting like you was for Colin Kaepernick, and the first thing you do is put the Latinas on. So you got some of the black community already looking at you sideways, and you ain't been in the position for 5 minutes. So this will also be a good way to get you back in the dough. Not only with the hip hop base, but you will also get the addition of the Christian base as well, without feeling the need to go to your ex brother Kanye. Because, like I said, honey, I'm not for Kanye and his contrived music. If you want to get Christian artists down to the Super Bowl, it ought to be the ones who are being authentic with this and has been doing this consistently for over 10 years. And that's not doing it from a place of malicious intent of just for the coin. Even though the coin is very much, good to have. I'm not saying that you can't, you know, be blessed off the fruits of your labor. I'm not saying that Christian artists shouldn't be subject to huge paydays, but there's a difference when somebody does it with just the intention of just grabbing money and somebody who's authentically about the word. And I think Michelle Williams and both the Marys are authentic Christians that are not too prudish that can lead the Super Bowl. So once again, y'all leave y'all thoughts down below. I will leave the entire song list in the description box. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all soon with more videos. Mwah.